Good morning. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a beautiful start to your week. I wanted to talk to you about what to do with your health, your food, and your sleep when you get sick. It is the middle of January. I guess we're almost approaching the end now, and I gotta tell you, over half of my clients have been sick on a regular basis, and I'm talking like those colds, the coffee ones, the ones that are all up in your chest, and then as it turns out, as of last Wednesday, I have been really sick, and you could probably still hear it in my voice. I mean, it started as like that disgusting, like I can't breathe through my chest, and it's all up in my head now. And I know that you know what it feels like to feel lousy, and the whole world's falling apart. So I'm gonna tell you what I recommend to my clients when they get sick and what to do with your health, because sometimes it just feels like you want to hide under a big fuzzy blanket like this and curl up in some flannel, and that's okay, but there are some things you need to prioritize no matter what, and we're going to talk about them today. So if we haven't met before, hello, my name is Tanessa. I am a weight loss coach for working professional women that need the tools, tips, and strategies to reach their healthy weight and learn the strategies to make it fun and so that they stop overeating, all that fun stuff. So let's talk about getting sick and what to do about it. I get questions like this all the time. Is it safe to work out? Should I only eat soup? What do I do? So the first thing, and I have a couple notes here that I wanted to go over with you guys. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about getting sick is your attitude about getting sick. There are two different camps of people when we talk about this. Camp A says, oh my gosh, the world is happening to me. I am such a victim of getting sick. I feel absolutely terrible. Why is this happening to me? I don't have time for this right now. I feel awful. You know what I'm talking about. Where it's like the world specifically chose you to get sick. That's not how it works. I mean, especially if you're active and you're in the gym like I am, it's germs. There are germs everywhere and you're going to get sick. So there's that attitude. And then I always like to take the attitude of, oh, this sucks, but this won't break my spirit. And if we've ever worked together one-on-one, you'll know that I say this all the time when I get sick. Everyone will be like, how are you feeling? And I'm like, my spirit is great. My spirit is great. And it's one of those beliefs that I like to establish when I'm sick, because there's that feeling of that pity that you get when you get sick. And I heard the best description of self-pity the other day. It was one's self-absorption with their own unhappiness. One's self-absorption about their own unhappiness. And when you get sick, you get so absorbed with how sick you are that it consumes your life, and you end up being a whiny baby about the whole thing. And I know that I've been a little whiny this week because it's been like over a week now, and I'm still feeling not great. But my attitude is always, my spirit is great. My spirit is great. And this makes a really big difference, when that 4 o'clock hits and you're feeling really lousy and you're curled up on the couch and you just are feeling so exhausted. But I always say, being sick can't affect the way I think. That is my choice. So you either choose to fall in Camp A, why does this happen to me? I don't deserve this. I don't have time to feel sick right now. Or you're in Camp B saying, yeah, my body needs a bit more rest, but my spirit can't be broken. So number one, check your attitude. All right, now we're going to talk about the stuff you're wanting to hear about, which is the planning and prioritizing. So the big three areas that get jeopardized when we get sick are sleep, nutrition, and our exercise. So I'm going to tell you how I prioritize these on a scale from 1 to 3. Number 1, sleep gets prioritized first no matter what. Because I know, like, if I'm sick or I'm coughing all night, which I have been, or I'm sniveling, sleep has to be a priority, because the sleep you are getting isn't going to be very restful. There are stretches of time where you might be up for 2 to 3 hours at a time, and you're coughing and you're sneezing, so you need to make sure that you are going to bed at an appropriate time that sets you up for at least 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Your body needs to let your immune system heal you, and you have to do that while you're at sleep. Sleep is the recovery phase of our day. So I need you to think about prioritizing your sleep first. So if you're looking at the hours in a day, I need you to make sure that you're choosing sleep time over everything else. That doesn't mean staying up and watching one more episode on Netflix because you feel lousy. That doesn't mean waking up early to go work out. That means sleep is priority number 1. Then, priority number 2, can you guess what it is? Exercise or food? Exercise, food. It's food. It's food. It's food. Because usually when we get sick, what happens is we get anything from like muscle aches to stomach aches to headaches to nausea. So nutrition is one of those things that needs to be at the top of the priority list all the time. Because I'm going to tell you a secret. If you miss a week of workouts, that's pretty much the effect of it. You miss a week of workouts. If you watch the video that I did a couple weeks ago on why I don't use exercise for fat loss, you'll know that by not exercising, it's not like you're going to gain any of the weight that you lost. That's not how it works. Our body's muscles are still performing. You may not be getting the movement and the heart rate up and stuff like that, but you aren't going to gain a massive amount of weight from not working out. What you will gain your weight back from if you're trying to lose weight right now is letting your nutrition go. Letting your nutrition go while you are sick is not a good idea, because we know that 85 to 90% of the results we see, whether you're trying to build muscle, lean out, lose weight, cure high blood sugar, any of that all comes from your nutrition. So here's what I like to think. If you have a busy day and say you are working from 7:30 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon and you are super busy and you get to come home after work and you're feeling lousy, the choice might be, I'm just going to go onto the couch, I'm going to grab takeout on the way home. But the thing is, by not supporting your body with healthy food, you not only actually move backwards on your goal, but you're not providing your body the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients you need to properly heal. So what I like to do in this case is create healthy options for food that are easy to prepare. So something that I'll do is I might make a very big salad and a whole bunch of cooked chicken breasts, and I'll have that in the fridge. So when I come home, I have a healthy option to go to that didn't take any time to prepare because I made a salad big enough to last me the 3 or 4 days while I'm sick. So I want you to always prioritize making sure that you're eating, lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, enough protein for your immune system to function optimally and to keep your muscles supported. Eating healthy fats like avocados and oils and things like that, healthy nuts, and staying away from your processed grains and your processed sugars. So we don't want sugars. You're not stuffing your face on bread. You're not eating bagels to make yourself feel better, because you're going to start feeling that sluggish feeling. You're going to feel wiped out. That is priority number 2. Priority number 3 is your exercise. So I like to look at it like this. If you're sleeping your 8 to 10 hours, or you're in bed trying to sleep, depends on how much you're sneezing during the night, and you've got healthy meals prepared, then if you have time left over and the energy, you get your workouts done. But I'm going to tell you right now, this week of workouts has looked very different. Normally I get 5 to 6 workouts in a week, but on a week where I might be sick, I might scale that down to 3. And not because I'm actively choosing, I only want to do 3. It's just I let my body dictate what we're feeling like that day. So on a normal week for me, I have 2 to 3 strength trainings. I do a spin, and I always go swimming, and I'll do like a walk or a run depending on the weather. But what last week looked like for me is, if you have a really big phlegmy mess going on, you're going to notice that you can't breathe as well. So it might not be the best idea to go for a run or for swimming, because then you won't be able to breathe. So here's how my workout shaked out last week. I ended up doing a lower body day and an upper body day, and instead of doing, the heavy sets of 8 to 10 that I like to do, I dropped the weight by about half. I did reps in 15 to 20. The purpose of these workouts was to keep my body moving, not to see results. Does that make sense? It's just to keep my body moving so I was feeling good. So I did a lower body day. I did a lighter upper body day where I'm just starting to feel muscle burn. Heart rate comes up a little bit, but I'm not hacking away in the gym. You're also going to want to find, if you're really nasally or you're stuffed up or your chest is full of fluid like mine is right now, that you're going to want to avoid laying on your back. Because what you'll notice is you'll start to get the runs and everything, and you'll start coughing during your sets. And I did make that mistake this week. And the third workout that I actually ended up doing today was instead of my usual high intensity workouts, what I did was I went and did 20 minutes on the stairs. I did 20 minutes on an incline 10 walk at a 3.2 speed. This is just enough to get my heart rate up, but not enough so that I'm breathing so much that it's compromising my ability to, breathe properly and not cough. So I always like to think, what can get me moving, get my muscles feeling good, but not cause me to go into muscle breakdown or not cause me to have to breathe so hard that I start coughing up a lung mid-workout. So does that make sense? That's kind of what I like to do. I like to do a little bit of strength training that's light, maybe a little bit of circuits, and something that gets my body moving without my heart rate up super high. So like I said, steady state on the stairs, walk, bike, elliptical, that kind of stuff. And then the number of times you work out is completely set by how you're feeling. I always like to recommend, unless you have the flu and you're throwing up and you're so nauseous you can't stand up, I like to recommend at least trying to get 2 to 3 days of movement in. And this can be a 15-minute walk 2 to 3 times. This will literally help you feel better in your head and your spirit. And remember, tip number 1 I said was that you have to adjust your attitude about being sick. Otherwise, being sick is miserable. So I find going for the walk really helps my brain feel positive and to help me feel like, this can't break my spirit, because that's the number 1 thing I focus on as long as I'm sick, is my spirit is doing amazing. So I hope that has helped. Let me know if you guys have any questions about what you would do if you were sick, or what you want help on deciding, or anything like that, what foods to eat. Like, I just stick to mostly vegetables and protein when I'm sick. But I've loved having you guys here. Hopefully my voice will be all back this week. I've got some more videos that I want to teach you guys because I have been reading and I've got so many ideas I want to share from you about the book I'm reading this week. As always, you guys have a beautiful week. Stay healthy. We'll do a little more hand washing because everyone seems to be sick this January. Have a beautiful day. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys inside this group next week.